Hi, and welcome to the HR Link, where we have people-first conversations that centre around the humans inside your business. I'm Amy from Grounded HR, and my superpower lies in my ability to zero in on the individual to bring out their unique strengths, whilst helping values-led Australian businesses lead their teams with confidence and care. Here you'll find simple, people-first HR conversations and tips to take the stress out of managing your team and put the humans at the centre of everything. So let's jump in. Welcome to the HR Link. Sometimes I think that the best way to see what's possible is to hear it from other people, to live through their experiences, to learn from their learnings. And I feel like that's probably why you've landed with me today. I have been through quite a journey myself, finding my leadership style, finding the right way for me to be authentically myself. I have experienced those situations where my resolve was questioned, my mental health was impacted, and I was being managed by a very unkind person. And so I have landed in a place where I approach everything I do with a human-centered approach, that the person in front of me is the most important person right now, and that what I am doing or the conversation I'm having with them is the most important. That is why we created support options like the HR Link that support business owners to lead in this way. So today I wanted to talk to you about how I impart my knowledge with the clients who are inside the HR Link, the transformations they have experienced, and the journey they've been on. So let's live through their experiences. The typical starting point for most of my clients are usually they're either close to burnout, they're really uncertain, they want to do things right, but they're very reactive in the way that they make decisions, in the way that they implement things, the way that they communicate inside their business. And we want to move people from that reactive state to a more proactive place. Because when you are operating from a proactive place, you are much calmer, you know what the process is going to be because it's well defined, you know what the expectations are, so it's easy to communicate them. And so that is the kind of transformation that we're trying to encourage our clients to make inside the HR Link. So one of our clients who has now been in the HR Link for quite some time, she is a business manager who is responsible for very many things inside the business. She does not have a HR background, but so many tasks that are HR related fall on her desk. These included onboarding, contracts, training, apprentices, payroll, making sure that they're compliant with all of those kind of things, screening, drug and alcohol screening. She also looks after like subcontractor relationships and all of those kind of things. So she was very overwhelmed when she started working with me. The transformation that I've seen with her over this time is a sense of calm and also a sense of impact and well-being. She has really approached the HR Link with intention. She books her one-to-one consults every single month, even if she hasn't got things on her list to ask. Quite often she'll turn up and we will just start asking questions, and the conversation will lead to things that she didn't know she needed to hear today. And that comes from my leadership style of being really intentional with listening and with responding to the cues that my clients give me. Just this recently, she shared with me how she has been setting better boundaries, how she is leading, like self-leading in a better way, how she is prioritizing her work and understanding that Some days things all can't get done, and there is an importance there in her setting her work up correctly so that she can communicate her priorities and boundaries correctly. So being inside the HR link isn't just about managing your employees. It's also about learning how to be a really good leader. And I think that for this client, that's the transformation that she has seen. Another client who has been inside the HR link for a little while as well is in a very big growing industry. She has a complex team of subcontractors and employees. So there are different relationships there, different contractual arrangements. She also changed her business structure while she's been working with us. So there has been a lot of leadership and also employee-based questions that have come over time. Again, she engages in her one-to-one consults every single month, and I feel like that is the most supportive part of this service. It's being able to have those conversations. It's about asking those questions. It's about getting personalized advice right there and then. I feel like the transformation for this client is in her confidence. She has been able to build a team who can confidently and clearly deliver her business vision. And that has allowed her to actually step away from the business and take leave for one of the first times since running her business. And during that time, she did very little work, and her employees were confident in delivering to their clients during that time. Seeing that transformation is huge. Us business owners don't always get time to step away from our businesses, although you will quite often hear me say how important that is, whether we're stepping away for inspiration or stepping away for a break. They are very important. And we've been able to curate that for her. I hope that you see that there are so many different transformations that can happen depending on what you need inside the HR link. Whether it's you need to build your leadership confidence, whether you have some compliance concerns, whether you want to build a stronger culture, you want to create better self-leadership, or you need to look after your own and your employees' well-being. All of those things can happen inside the HR link. If you see yourself in these stories, if you see a vision where you feel much calmer and more confident in your leadership style and how you manage your employees, then I encourage you to chase that story, chase that vision, and get the support that you deserve. I want to support you inside the HR link. So if you are called to, I would love for you to click the link below and check it out. Check out the inclusions, check out the costing, and if you're so called to, book a discovery call and we will have a chat about whether it's the right service for you. I hope you have a beautiful week and we will chat soon. Thanks for joining me today on the HR Link. If you found this episode helpful, make sure you hit subscribe or follow so that you don't miss out on any future episodes. We always aim to help you lead your team with confidence and care. And if you're ready to take the next step, I encourage you to explore the HR Link. It's your HR partner in your pocket. We provide practical, people-first support to Aussie Australian businesses. You'll find the link below. But up until next time, keep leading with clarity, care, and confidence, and we'll see you then.